Ice Queen Viessa build. Here it is. Let's go. So what we have, we're building around cold-bloodedness. Doesn't matter what you put right here. What we're going to do is focus on chill. And it gives us the boost in chill power and a negative to cooldown because we're going to want this to be a spamming build. So we're going to be spamming our 1 and 3. And around the 2 that activates and also increases our skill power and decreases our skill cost and cooldown. So that already, our Transcendent is already built for cost, efficiency, and cooldown, right? So that's why we're using cold-bloodedness. So we want to amplify that by also adding other mods that cool down, that have that skill cooldown. So we start with focus on chill. We want some survivability, so we go HP amplification. I'm okay with the ding on shield because I'm only doing 1 HP mod. So I'm going to make it this one. We do have amplification control, which does kind of offset that, so it's not the biggest deal. So you see the negative 36 on the shield, and amplification control increases our effect range, but also gives us back that 36.5 shield that we lost. We have 4 mods for crit because we're maximizing our crit since we're spamming on our abilities. We're not going to be using our weapons that much, right? We're going to be spamming our abilities and doing a lot of mobbing. So we got front lines, emergency measures, which balance both crit rate and hit damage. They kind of shake hands and flip on each other, but it gives you a boost in close to 92% on each. And then you have skill insight for critical hit rate of another 115 and skill concentration for critical hit damage for another 115. Nimble fingers to bring that cooldown just a bit more. And then MP conversion, which is going to be probably the most controversial mod that we have on here. And that's where we get a huge deduction of 36 on our cooldown, but we also have a negative 15% on our MP. And this build is about spamming. So we're going to sacrifice, and the trade-off is I recommend we use MP collector so that we can recoup some of that MP. It is triggering at 17%, but this is a mobbing build. So you're going to be clearing out a lot of ads. You're going to be killing a lot of enemies. So in that space, you're going to proc that 17% and you're going to have almost unlimited MP. This is also something that you can kind of balance with other characters like Bunny, like Valby, any other mobbing characters, maybe even Freyna next week. You're going to see this as a very effective combination to offset each other. But that is the cold-bloodedness build. You also want to make sure that you're coupling it with a good component. I mean, a good reactor. You don't necessarily need additional cooldown because our cooldown is already massively low with this. But you could, if you really want to max it out, you could have it another cooldown and maybe a skill critical hit damage on here. I will say that I find that the spamming builds are really good if you have higher skill critical hit rate, which is why I have skill critical hit rate on my reactor and a boost in tech power. But that could be critical hit damage. That it could have been anything as long as it boosts your damage. Chill damage would have been fine too, but I find that tech is actually more of a modifier than the actual raw power. And then my components are based around skill critical hit rate. Again, we have another boost of 18%, so we're splitting half and half with battle aesthetics and annihilation for skill duration. So we're going to get a duration boost on this as well. So it's going to be out longer and it's going to be critting more often. So that's the total build there from like a holistic perspective. Ideally, we would have a mount for the secret garden. So when we use our tech attack, which is our ult, we could also proc that additional boost in skill power. That is the ultimate version of this. So next week, when we can change our optimizations for our reactors, you're going to see me do that. And then this build is going to be that much more cold. See what I did there? Let me know what you think. How does your build compare? Or how does my build compare to yours? See you on the next one.